Hey guys!
Hey!
Welcome back to our channel. In today's video we're going to do a video that's actually we're quite excited about doing because it's one of our most favourite things in Disney, and that is reviewing and discussing Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party.
Yeah!
So yeah, let's get the show on the road.
Okay, so Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party is a party that Magic Kingdom do around the Halloween period. So as always, obviously Disney stretch all of their seasons out hugely, and the party actually starts in August. Most years it definitely starts in August. This year. So it goes right through from kind of mid-August through till I think the last party is actually maybe the day after Halloween, but it's like a good like two and a half months of Halloween parties, and it's one of those events that you can only go to if you purchase tickets beforehand. So basically you purchase a ticket and they give you a little wristband, and you're only allowed in the park if you've got the wristband. And the Halloween tickets do have to be booked in advance. I'm pretty sure you can't turn up and just say I want to go. I mean, you may be able to in some of the earlier events.
Yeah, I
maybe
imagine
in
you
August.
can, but the busy ones.
But yeah, the ones like in October are pretty much all sold out. I mean, we are now, as we're recording this, we're in April, but this will be in May when you're watching it. But you can book, and you have been able to book Halloween party tickets for about 3 or 4 weeks. So you can book them from like April time, maybe even March when they first came on. So you can book, you know, that's about 6 months-ish.
Well, we booked ours, what, about a week ago.
Yeah. And
even then they said limited tickets available.
Yeah. So when we went in 2016, you were able to book the tickets on either the My Disney Experience app or by just going onto like the Disney World website. When we booked them this year, because we're going in August and I'm so excited, we had to phone up and book. It can be done kind of by an automated kind of thing. They kind of like say, what are you looking to book? And then you say, Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. But then when they realised we're booking it internationally, I had to be put through to someone, and the girl I spoke to on the phone was really helpful. She was super cheerful. She was a joy to speak to.
She was a Disney employee. Yeah,
she was great. Basically, yeah, she was a Disney employee. They're all great. And we booked the tickets over the phone. You pay for them over the phone, and then there was then 2 options for them to be sent out to me, which I think was like an extra $25, or you could pick them up on the night. Or it doesn't even have to be on the night, just some time during your trip. We'll probably pick them up before the night.
Yeah, we'll probably pick them up that first day, probably, when we run away out of the park or whatever.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we booked them when we went in 2016. I swear we printed them off. But
yeah, we did. They emailed them to us and we printed them off.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm wrong, but it's fine. Basically, it will just be a paper ticket. If it's the same when we went, you hand it to them and then they give you a wrist strap or like a wristband, which you wear to get in.
Got like candy corns on it.
Yeah, it's super great. But yeah, so basically book in advance, because it's one of those events that you do need to, you know, get into, and you will have the best night ever.
Guaranteed. So
the actual park is open normally during the day, and then I believe this year, don't quote me, she did tell me on the phone and I've kind of forgotten, but I'm pretty sure she said to me the park, everyone who's not going to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party needs to leave the park about 6 p.m. And then, I mean, obviously Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party people can go in at any time, but the official park or the official party doesn't start either till 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. And I think around about 7 p.m. is when the actual party starts, so that's when everything starts to kick off. So it's important that if you are in Magic Kingdom that day, and if you're not going to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, that you do, you know, plan your evening and don't expect to stay there and watch fireworks, because you won't be able to stay if you don't have tickets. So it's worth looking into if you're going in October, because in October it's pretty much every night. When we go in August, we're going for 2 weeks and it's on 3 days when we go, so it's only like once or twice a week, whereas in October it's like 6 times a week. So if you're going in October and you're not wanting to go to the Halloween parties, then you do need to make sure that you're planning where you're going, because there's basically a lot of parties that time of year. But yeah, that's basically how you book it and the best ways to do it.
The next part, which is one of the main parts about the Halloween party for me, which makes it all that better, is dressing up. anyone that's been to Disney or knows anything about Disney knows that adults are not allowed to dress up in the park on a normal day. Even children, it's questionable if they look too realistic. So basically, the Halloween party says you can just dress up, come in. There are some rules and they're all available online, but the main ones are if you're under the age of 13, I think it is, you're not allowed a mask. Might not be that age, but you're not allowed to wear a mask.
No, if you're over the age of 13.
Yeah, so if you're over the age of 13, you're not allowed a mask. You're not allowed anything that completely covers your whole body.
There are a few other things that you're not allowed to wear things that drag on the floor too much or something like that.
Yeah, you're not allowed anything that can be mistaken for a weapon, so you're not allowed to come in with like guns, like pretend guns or swords. I mean, I think you probably are allowed like
a foam sword,
like
or
foam
swords
and stuff like that.
Parks,
but if you get a hold of like one of them live action roleplay swords that look like proper realistic, they'll probably ask you to leave it at reception or just put it back in the car or whatever. So keep that in mind if you are going to dress up. We dressed up last time. Charlotte's going to put a picture on the screen right now. So that was us, and basically we obviously went as the evil queen, and I just went as a caveman. I like to think I was just one of the little cave people from The Good Dinosaur. But you know, I just kind of made it fit.
That was kind of decided after we dressed.
Yeah, that was just kind of to fit. But
because we left our costumes till
we did. We didn't think about dressing up. But this time, we've got some ideas in the pipeline, and honestly, I'm super excited. But you guys have to wait and see. Stay tuned, and make sure you watch our vlogs that are going to be coming out later this year.
And check Instagram, because it will be on Instagram before it appears on this channel. So check at ATangledLife, and you will see on there. In a few months. 100%.
So I'm super excited about that. But you can go crazy with it. Some people they go all out. So I've seen, we were there last time, we saw people dressed up as Cruella de Vil, we saw people dressed up as different princesses. People in the park, I've looked online, and people go as like, they go all out. They wear like entire buildings. Like someone went into Disney Castle one year.
I love the ones when you see people in groups and you're just like, you walk past and then you see one person and you're like, who? And then you see the people behind them and I'm like, oh my god, the effort that people put into them is just amazing.
You won't be the only people dressed up. I mean, we were probably more dressed up than most. However, a lot of people do dress up, so you won't be on your own, and the cast members love it. So they actually played this game where they went around the park and they were trying to find Disney characters.
It's like a Disney character bingo.
But by this people that are coming into the actual, like the public and stuff. So Charlotte was actually picked out by one of the staff members because she had to look for the evil queen, which is pretty cool. So definitely dress up. It just makes the whole experience that much better.
Definitely. Good fun. So another great part of the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party is the fact that you can go trick-or-treating.
Yes.
Yes, it's not just for Halloween night in Magic Kingdom. You can go trick-or-treating as long as it's a Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, and it is amazing. So when you first go into the park and you get your little wristband, they also give you like a park map, the standard, and they also give you a little trick-or-treat bag.
Well, it's not a standard map. It's got the trick-or-treat spots on it.
Yeah, but like, you know, the standard Halloween map.
Okay, yeah.
And you get the trick-or-treat bags. And these bags are huge. They're like, you know, like shopping totes. So they're like this bag, like this big. They're huge. And basically there are certain parts around the park where they have these big, huge orange poles that say trick-or-treating. And there's usually a queue for them, but it's kind of one of those moving queues. So
yeah, you're not
just
waiting.
Standing there still, you're constantly just going through. And they have these huge, massive barrels full of candy. And there's these cast members standing there, and they literally just scoop up a massive handful and just throw it into your bag. And it's all the American sweets and candy as well.
Good selection.
Which
is really good selection.
Amazing, especially if you're from the UK and you're not used to kind of American candy. You get so much.
If you want to get an idea, go on Google and literally just type in Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party Candy Hall, and there are hotel beds covered. I mean, like circles and deep of sweets. I mean
when we went, we spent a lot of time queuing for certain things, but we only went to like 2 trick-or-treating spots.
Filled our bags.
And we didn't fill the bags, but we had a lot of candy, like a lot. And when we go this year, we're actually going with some of my family. So we're going with my younger sister, and obviously she's a kid, so we're probably going to spend a lot of the night trick-or-treating, and I can't even imagine how much candy we're going to come home with. It's going to be ridiculous. So you get so many different sweets, and as I said, they're all different American sweets, and there are quite a lot of candy spots around the Magic Kingdom. I remember the one that we went to was in Frontierland. So yeah, go trick-or-treating. It's so much fun, and I just love it. I absolutely loved it.
So another great point about the Mickey's Not So Scary is the character meets. So on the nights where they have the parties, you can meet characters that you don't normally meet. So for instance, we met the 7 Dwarfs, but all of them at the same time, which as far as I know you can only do at Halloween and at Christmas events. They had a nice little backdrop with like gems and whatnot. The night we went, we had to queue quite a while because there was a thunderstorm, so because they were outside they had to keep taking them in for their safety, which was slightly annoying, but that's just how it is. It's Florida, it rains a lot, so just roll with it. But on that night you can meet Lotso, which I do really want to meet. You can meet Jack and Sally, you can meet the Genie, Cruella de Vil, a lot of villains. There's a lot of villains out as well, which is nice. So it's definitely worth doing. Mickey and that, they're all in their Halloween costumes, which is pretty cool. So you can get to see Mickey Mouse dressed up as Dracula, which is awesome.
And on the map, it shows you kind of who's going where. So I would recommend queuing up as early as you can. So I said the party starts at like 7. I would go and queue earlier, like as soon as you can.
Yeah, you can get into the queue sort of 6ish.
I think we got there early for the dwarfs, like before the park had even started, and the queue zone was already full.
Yeah.
So I don't know how long those people would have been queuing there.
No.
And I think if it wasn't for the thunderstorm, we would have moved through really quickly.
Really quick, yeah.
You know, it's just one of those things, which I'm fingers crossed we have nice clear skies when we go this year, but we still got to do.
So get in early, grab a Casey's, get in the queue.
Yeah. So obviously if you're going to a special event, there is going to be special event merchandise. Most of the merchandise you can purchase if you're not going to the park. So all of the streets along Main Street have the Halloween merch. They had, for example, kind of necklaces that were like pumpkins that had a little switch that switch on, light up. They had Halloween kind of ears.
Yeah, tops and stuff.
Yeah, they had event tops. I mean, they have a lot of Halloween stuff anyway, but they have stuff that would say like a Halloween bucket that would say Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party and then the year that you're going. So there's stuff that anybody can pick up. However, there is some stuff that you can only buy if you have a ticket. So for example, you can buy the pins. So obviously, you know, we collect pins, and we did actually show on our pin haul video the Mickey Not So Scary Halloween Party pins that we have. And these we didn't actually buy on the day of the party.
No.
They're in a couple of places. The places we bought ours were Big Top Souvenirs. And basically there was a big queue for these for these pins, and basically all they wanted when we got there was proof that we were actually going to the party.
So we just show them our
I think it was on our My Disney Experience, so we didn't actually have the tickets with us, but we just said, look, we are going, and show them the ticket. They're like, yeah, that's fine, you can buy what you want, kind of thing. And they had these kind of little menus in the queues that you could look to see what pins were available. Some of them were annual pass holders exclusives.
Yeah.
But majority of them were ones that anyone could buy.
It wasn't just pins, there was other stuff like the Vimelations and stuff like that as well. Yeah, there was some
limited
t-shirts as well with the Sands and Sisters on them.
Yeah, I think there were ones that you could just buy.
No, there was ones that you could only get if you were
to the party.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not sure how many of them are limited edition. I know our pins were limited edition.
Wristbands as well.
Yeah. So yeah, I would recommend, if you're in Magic Kingdom before the party, to get the merchandise then, because I imagine that the pin stall that night would have been pretty busy.
Yeah.
And you obviously want to be queuing for characters and stuff, so if you can, try and get it early. I know we will this year. We'll be getting the pins as soon as they're available. So yes, check out for the awesome merchandise. I might even buy myself a t-shirt this year, you never know.
They aren't cheap.
No, but what Disney merchandise is, you know what I mean? It's worth it though.
So yeah, go buy some pins.
Yeah.
So the next part is the snacks that you can get around the park that are special and limited to the parties. So effectively, they just make it all spooky, really. So big top souvenirs, places like that you can normally go in and get your candied apples and your rice, what do you call them?
Crispy.
The Rice Krispie snack things. They have them, but they have them with ones that you can't normally get or you wouldn't normally see in any other time of the year. There's a lot to choose from, so obviously you need to make the correct choices. But there is one thing that we didn't try last time, and I wish we had, and that was candy corn flavoured cotton candy. Now, that was hard to say. We didn't try it last time. I don't even remember seeing it last time.
No, it's one of those things that you kind of see online and then think, oh my god, we need to find that. But we did, because the park's only open for a limited time, we did spend like 3.5 hours queuing for one thing. It was hard for us to look around and see what snacks were available. This year, however,
it's not going to rain.
No, it's not going to rain, and I'm going to do
touch wood,
and I'm going to do all the research to find out all the best snacks.
Yeah.
Because I am such a big fan of Halloween. Like, I am Halloween crazy, so I can't wait to try.
I heard as well that you can get a special flavoured
Dole Whip.
Dole Whip.
Yeah, see, I don't know if that's in Disney World or Disneyland. I don't know, but something like a candy corn Dole Whip or something. I don't know, but. Oh no, maybe it's a soft serve. I think
Yeah,
it's a candy corn soft
yeah, they do
serve.
candy corn soft serve, definitely. I've seen them.
I'm gonna find it and I'm gonna tell you guys when I go back of all the cool stuff we're gonna get. But yeah, can't wait. So another great thing about the parks is all the photo pass opportunities. So if you have the photo pass package that comes with your Disney holiday, you will know that you can have any photo and then they'll scan your magic band and you've got it saved onto your account. So these would include if you meet any characters, they can scan your band, you can have it on there. Also just bits around the park. So they've set up a lot of pieces around the park where you can stand and it looks spooky. I'm pretty sure the Haunted Mansion does one.
Yeah, outside the park.
Yeah, like by where the carriage is. I'm pretty sure they do one. We didn't do it last year, but I would like to do it this year.
We did one outside the park.
And there's one outside the park where they had like a massive Mickey pumpkin on the floor.
And they add ghosts in, don't they?
Yeah, so you know how they add in, after you've had the photo, they add in extra things. They added in ghosts and stuff. And there was one which was my favourite photo pass opportunity, which is right at the top of Main Street, where they have kind of the little green thing, like the green patch of grass opposite the castle, so you're just as you come into the park. And they had these massive stacks of pumpkins, and we stood there and had a picture, and then afterwards they superimposed like all of the ghosts from Haunted Mansion ride, and it was really, really great. Keep your eyes open for photo pass opportunities, especially on event nights. I feel like the park is full of cast members who are photo pass kind of cast members, and also they have the standard parade one, so we had a picture with one of the parade signs. So basically just keep your eyes open. As soon as you grab one, get a photo, because especially if you're in your costumes, you want to get all the photos you can, because you know how many days of the year can you dress up in Disney World, do you know what I mean? So yeah, keep your eyes open for photo pass. So the last part of this video is all about the main reason that I love the Halloween parties, and I'm sure Charlotte will agree. I'm so excited thinking about it.
It's the shows and parades. So anyone that's been to Disney at any time in their life and has seen their fireworks show or the parades that go through the park throughout the day will know that they are amazing, out of this world. They're just life-changing, actually. Some of them
They get you
they get you in the heart.
They do me anyway.
But anyway, so they've got special ones at the Halloween parties. So the first part is the parade that they do, which is called Boo to You Parade, and it's presented by Mickey Mouse and all his friends, and they're all in their different costumes and stuff. But there are so many villains in this parade. It's amazing, and there's a song, and it's so catchy. I'm not going to try and sing it, but it is awesome.
Happy Halloween. We literally sang that all through October this year.
Yeah, it's awesome. Go and listen to it. It's called Boo to You Parade, and just listen to the song. It's amazing. But the actual parade itself is quite good. It's quite a long parade. We didn't see it the time we went before, but apparently a headless horseman comes through on a horseback. I think it's just the weather. I think the weather, inclement weather, messed that up, and we didn't get to see that bit. But it's cool. So like, you get to see all the different villains, which is awesome. They're coming through. So you've got the hyenas in there, Ursula, everyone. Yeah, it's awesome. You've got Wreck-It Ralph. It's just more about the candy side of stuff. There's a bit with spades,
Oh,
which is
that's my
awesome.
favourite bit.
They scrape these spades on the floor and the sparks come up.
They're supposed to be like the gravemen
Yeah,
from Haunted Mansion.
It's amazing. It's such a good parade. It's on twice. So it's on in the sort of early into the party and then last thing just before the show. Now, if you believe it's going to rain, I would definitely recommend going to see the first one.
The first one is the busiest one, however.
Yes.
As people who are going with kids, I mean the park is open till like midnight, aren't going to want to stay that late, so usually they go and see the first parade.
So the next part is the Sanderson Sisters show, which is amazing. So anyone that has seen Hocus Pocus will know who the Sanderson Sisters are. They're these 3 witches from this Disney film about Halloween, and it's awesome. It's a very, very good film. But basically they come over to the park and they take over the park. They came back, it's Halloween, and they are there to just cause trouble. And there's all these songs like from the actual film, and they're singing, and they get all these villains on stage. It's awesome, it really is. And she sounds so much like Bette Midler, which is Winfred from the movie, and I was very impressed. They look just like them. They look just like them as well, which is awesome. But that part of the show was just, it was worth the money of the whole. If I'd have just got there and that's the only bit, that would have still been worth it for me. Cause
that part is quite a short. I think they're only on stage for like 6 minutes or something.
Yeah.
But they bring out all of the
pretty
Disney
much
villains.
every villain ever.
Yeah,
they even get guys that like the bowler hat guy, so Gooberson or whatever his name is. He's pretty cool. They bring out like Oogie Boogie. Everyone. It's so good. It's so good. So that's definitely worth getting a good spot for. We actually stood because the last parade happens, and then they come on stage, and then there's the final show. We stood at this bin, like we had this bin behind us when we were watching the parade, and then when we turned around we could lean on the bin to watch the show, so we didn't have anyone in front of us, and I could use the bin to record. So if you can get near a bin, it's a good idea. Little top tip. So after the Sanderson Sisters show is Hallow Wishes, which is the final show on the castle with different music and fireworks and stuff, but it's basically just villains. It's awesome. Lots of Nightmare Before Christmas songs. Loads of Nightmare Before Christmas songs. Loads of twisted Nightmare Before Christmas songs, which is awesome, like remixes and stuff. There's pumpkins and spooky eyes on the castle, and then the fireworks are all like oranges and like bright whites and greens, and it's really good. And the voiceover for that entire section is the same voice from the Haunted Mansion, and he's like he turns down the lights and everything. Foolish mortal. Yeah, it's honestly, it's the best. I can't recommend Mickey's Not So Scary any more than I am. The shows are the best shows I've ever seen. Like, they just beat, I mean, Disney shows are amazing, but the Halloween ones are just out of this world. And if you do it correctly, you'll have loads of candy to eat while it's all going on as well. Oh God, yeah, definitely doing that this year. If you can't tell, we love Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. And we're big Halloween people. Well, you can do it in Disney, then, oh my God. But yeah, we love the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. As we mentioned at the start of the video, we are going again this year. So we are super excited to do it again. Really excited to do it again. So let us know what you love to do at the party, if there are any tips that you could maybe give us when we go next time. Any snacks that you love and we should definitely try. Or costumes, like what costume ideas we got. As Jess said, we have a pretty good idea of what we're going to go as this year. But if there is anything else that you think we should know about it, then let us know. We love to know more Disney stuff. So thank you again for watching. We will see you again next Wednesday. And give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Yeah. See you in the next video, guys. Thanks, guys. Bye. Bye.